table before. Go ahead and look it up in your textbook. If you just search truth table, you'll see an example. Okay, but it's a way of like listing out all the possible options of a compound statement. Okay, or just a regular statement if you want. But look, there's three statements inside this big statement up here: P, Q, and R. Okay, so the first part of the truth table is you should list out. Uh, for P, there's four, P, Q, and R, all the different combinations of truth, truthhood, and falsehood. Okay, true, they could all be true. Just R could be false. Just Q could be false. This one should have just just P should be false. So that's there. Okay, I think you'll see that the three columns are all the same for each of the options. Okay, if not, you could scratch one off and know that it's wrong because the first three columns should just represent all the possible combinations of P, Q, and R. Okay. So one way of thinking of this is if P is this first parentheses, P and not Q. So if P is true and Q is false. Okay. If P is true and if Q is false, then this column here should read true because of this or operator. It's saying either this is true or this is true or both of them are true. So if we can find where P is true and where Q is false, so P is true, Q is false, P is true, Q is false, this column should read true here because it's either this one is true or this one is true. Okay, so I know it's not going to be that option there, not the first option. P is true, Q is false, P is true, Q is false. These both should be true, so I can eliminate that one. P is true, Q is false, P is true, Q is false. So this one's good. That's still in the game plan. P is true, Q is false, these both should be true, so that one's out. So by process of elimination, I know it has to be this option. Okay. So the other way of looking at this is you'd want to go through and if there was two options, like process elimination didn't get you the final option, then check if P is false and R is true. So P is false, R is true. That one should read true here, okay? Because it says either this statement is true or this statement is true.